Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So today we'll be talking about, are succulents freeze tolerant? Now guys, we need to understand succulents are plants that are adapted to survive long periods of drought by storing water in their leaves or in their roots. Now most succulents prefer warm and dry environment, whereas some prefer cool and dry environment, depending upon what variety of succulent you have. However, there are many succulents which are winter hardy. Now, unfortunately, I don't have those succulents, because when I'm talking about this winter hardy succulents, they are basically succulents that tend to handle frost or are able to handle frost. Now, over the period of time, people have categorized them into two categories. One is hardy succulents, whereas another one is soft succulents. Now, when I'm talking about hardy succulents, I'm not talking about what we generally talk about. Like, a lot of people tend to ask me, what are the easy succulents? Like, we tend to refer easy and hardy together. But ideally, there is something called as hardy succulents and soft succulents. Now, when I'm talking about hardy succulents, I'm talking about sempervivums. The succulents that have a little bit harder leaves or thick leaves, which do not store a lot of water in their leaves, these are kind of hardy succulents. They usually have very, very thin leaves, like our sempervivums, like the ones that are commonly called as hens and chicks. Now, I don't have even one of sempervivum because I've stopped keeping them from a couple of years. So I'll put the image on the screen. So these are the different varieties of sempervivum. So here you can see some of them are with the pups and some of them are singles. So they are also monocropic succulents. They do not, they bloom once and then they die, leaving behind a lot of those pups which are called as chicks. So these are all the sempervivums. And apart from sempervivums, because sempervivums is a very common succulent, a lot of people tend to grow, especially people who are from an environment wherein the environment is very cold, there is a lot of snowfall. So these succulents can tolerate frost. So even if you leave them outside, they will do quite well. So that's why these are called as hardy succulents, depending upon the leaves. And there are few more of sedums. I will put the image and the name on the screen, because again, I don't have these sedums available because they are not available in my country. So I will put the image for reference. Probably in your country or in your place, you might find these succulents, because these succulents are hardy succulents. Basically, they can handle frost as well. So these are few of the sedums that you are seeing on the screen right now. So this was all about hardy succulents, which will do quite well in winters outside as well, depending upon if there is frost or if there is snowfall. Depending upon that, these succulents will do quite well, which do not do quite well in my environment because I don't experience snowfall nor frost. My winter temperatures in my city only go up to 20 degrees max. That's all. So I don't experience any snowfall or frost. Now, when we talk about soft succulents, now soft succulents is something that I have, which tends to work out really well in my environment. The one that you're seeing on the screen right now, this is a soft succulent. So basically, soft succulents are the succulents that have plump leaves that tend to store water. The leaves are slightly soft as compared to the sempervivums. They store water in the leaves. Now, these succulents cannot be kept out in frost when you experience frost or snowfall. These are the succulents that you'll have to get it indoor, because if you're going to leave these succulents outdoor, the water inside the leaves will freeze and they will rot. Now, almost 99%, or I would say 98%, probably I might have one or two thin-leaved succulents or probably a hardy succulent. But apart from that, almost 90% of my collection are soft succulents, because I tend to grow more of sedums. I tend to grow more of Echuarias, Graptoverias, Graptopelaums, and Pachyphytums, Pachuverias. Mostly almost 98 to 99% of my succulents are soft succulents. So as you can see, as I said, all of my collections are basically Echuarias, Graptoverias. So all of them are soft succulents. So these succulents cannot be kept out in winter. So if you have soft succulents and you belong to a place wherein you experience frost or snowfall, then definitely none of these Echuarias can be kept outside. For that matter, Graptoverias, Graptopetalums, Pachyphytums, your Echuarias, you name it, there are so many varieties. Most of the varieties are soft. So these varieties cannot be kept out in frost, they will get rotted. So that was all about whether succulents can be kept in winters outside or not. So I would say if you have a soft succulent like Echeverrias, don't keep them out. In fact, in a lot of places, if a lot of sellers are very passionate about succulents, so they will definitely mention it on your label itself. Like when you tend to purchase a succulent, obviously it will be mentioned on that whether this succulent belongs to a particular zone or not, because I think in America you have different zones, so according to that a lot of the succulents have been labeled. So you will have to probably check on the label if that particular succulent works in your zone or not, or you can probably just Google it. And you tend to get a lot of information on the internet whether that succulent is applicable. But I would say whether in whichever zone you are, if you have issues with frost, then definitely do not keep your soft succulents outdoor. You can keep your sempervivums and the sedums that I mentioned on the screen. You can probably keep them outdoor, but not Echeverrias, Graptoverias, Graptopetalums, and all of these sedums and all those, especially the ones that have very soft leaves and that tend to store water in the leaves. Please do not keep these varieties out in frost, otherwise they will get rotted. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.